chasing the dream and we're in it together. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes at you probably multiple times today.
Whatever.
Testing.
1, 2.
You see my chest moving? Not you moving your shoulders. What is this?
Go together.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of 6-8 Podcast. I'm Jah.
And I'm Michelle.
All right. So, real question for the audience: is the other day or not too long ago actually an accurate way to measure time? Because, see, my wife and my daughter, they say these all the time, but honestly, like, when is that supposed to be? Is that like 2 days ago, 3 years ago? Like, who knows? Michelle, you're an expert, so you tell us. Is that an accurate measure of time?
For me, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, makes absolutely no sense. Literally, it'd be like, oh, not too long ago I did that. Like, what does that actually mean? Bro?
Not too long ago.
Yeah, but when was that?
Not too long ago.
So annoying, bro. Like, what? Not too long ago. The other day. The other day literally can be whenever. That literally can be whenever.
It was the other day.
Do you hear yourself? Like I'm serious. Like,
the other day is not like a month ago. It's the other day.
Yo, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Like, literally,
I feel the same way about a few and a couple. Same thing.
No, absolutely not. A few and a couple is not the same thing.
Same thing, more than one.
A few is like
same thing, more than one.
No, a couple is like two.
More than one.
Like a couple.
Same thing.
It's a couple. We're a couple. Are we more than one? So does that mean we can have more than one then?
No.
We can have more than two in this relationship?
No.
Exactly. We're a couple. That's right. What a couple is.
More than one. And a few is more than one.
But this is not a few.
Same thing.
This is a couple.
Same thing.
This is the dumbest argument. And anyway, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is I don't like how you put me on the spot right now.
All right, guys. So we're going to get into our court vision and jump into this week's big debate. So what we're going to be doing is ranking the unrivaled basketball teams. Now, here's the thing. Michelle and I, we did this separately, independently. See, we could be independent. You know what I'm saying? We could be independent. Mm-hmm. Independently, we came up with our list of the teams ranked. But we didn't share that with each other. That's actually what independent means. But anyway, so the point is that we're going to be sharing it not only with you guys, but with each other for the first time. So that's where we are. Now, so as you guys know, there are 8 teams in Unrivaled. There were 6 last year. They added 2 this year for a full 8. And so that is how we're going to base our rankings. We are going to rank our teams from 8 to 1. So yeah, in reverse. And I think we should do it kind of like back and forth.
Okay. I want to say my list is based strictly on what we have seen so far.
No, agreed.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, my number 8 is Lunar Owls.
Oh, the nerve.
Listen.
Okay. They were my number 8 and I switched them out though.
So the reason why I chose the Lunar Owls for number 8, this was not an easy decision. It was tied between 2 teams for a long time. But the reality is that because this other team actually did get a win, it's hard for me to justify putting them after Lunar Owls. Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? So you know that I was a huge Lunar Owls fan last year, and I think that it's kind of frustrating, honestly, that they were only able to protect 2 players, and then to make that even worse, one player is out for the entire season, so we never will see her play this season. Mm-hmm. And the other player being Skylar Diggins. The first one was Nafisa Collier. With Skylar Diggins, it's like she only now started playing. And so there's a chance that things might turn around. This last game looked pretty good, but that doesn't change the fact that they are where they are on my list. So
shame on you.
Wow. Shame on me. Okay, so who'd you pick?
So I have a feeling that you were going between the same 2 as me. So my number 8 is actually the Hot for the reasons that you just said, right? For a long time, they went without wins. So did the Lunar Owls. they did get their first win before the Lunar Owls, but Big Mama's back. Okay, Big Mama is back, and they got their win, and they can't be at number 8. Not for me.
Yeah. See, the thing is like I feel like there are more people in the Hive that I like than on the Lunar Owls. That's just the facts.
I mean, that's fair. I agree.
Don't get me wrong. Love Skylar Diggins, and I really hope that we could revisit this in a few episodes, and we're putting Luna Owls back at the top. But right now, I'm not seeing it. But I will say that it was difficult, and so I could totally see like it felt interchangeable, and I did kind of like want to give the nod to the Luna Owls. But I just wanted to stay true to myself in a sense of like I like more people on the Hive than I do on the Lunar.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm a hootie hoo girl forever, man. They can't be number 8 for me.
I mean, I'm always gonna hootie hoo. You know what I'm saying? But right now they playing like duty do. So I don't.
So boo boo to you.
So this is what we doing. What like what are these Dr. Seuss disses? Like I need to grow up. Like seriously. All right. So as you stated, yeah, my number 7 is the Hive.
And obviously my 7 is the Lunar Owls. So we were I feel like we were sitting right there with those two teams.
All right, yeah, I feel like we probably went back and forth in the sense to where like I could totally understand why we landed where we landed.
Yeah. Up until I finalized that list, it looked like yours. It was Moon Owls last and then the Hive.
Okay, so who you got in third?
Let's just win. It's your turn.
Yeah, but like how did first?
All right. So next, don't come for me. I have Phantom. Phantom next.
You have Phantom in 6th place?
Yeah.
Okay. I have the Mist in 6th place. And so, all right. So I got the Mist in 6th place. You got the Phantom in 6th place. What's your reason for that? I need to understand.
Okay. So honestly, I was going back and forth between like them and the Mist. I was like, not really sure where I want to like land. Love me some Cloud.
Let me see something. Unrivaled standings.
Yeah. Tell me, because I didn't look. I just went with remembering what I was seeing.
All right. So you put Phantom in 6th, and they are currently 3-2, and they're at 4th, and they're tied. It's a 3-way tie between them, Breeze, and Rose. So
Okay.
I don't know. Like that's not. I wouldn't say it's a terrible placement per se, but like for me, I'm just like I don't know. Like Phantom to me is doing better than Mist, even, and I'm not just basing that off of their record as much as it is like what I see, like the product that I see on the floor, and I just feel like the product is better from Phantom than it is from Mist.
I mean, that's fair. You actually be watching the game, so you know what you're talking about. To be fair, I feel like, honestly, I should have thought about that when I was making this list, because I feel like I don't remember much of the Mist games like that.
That's why.
That speaks a lot.
Yeah, the product's not that great from them. I'm sorry. I mean, love Stewie.
Give me a
Stewie.
redo.
Not a
Give me a
redo. No. Later in the season. In 5th place, I actually have Phantom.
Okay.
Who you have in 5th place?
Vinyl. Yeah, I like being controversial. Wait, that's how you say that? Controversial. Yeah.
This ain't even that episode anymore. So yeah, so I put Phantom in 5th place, and you put Vinyl in 5th place, which I think is interesting because I don't understand your thought process with that at all.
I don't think I had one. I was really focused on my top 3 teams.
Well, I don't know. I can't really say too much because Vinyl is doing worse than Phantom. So I guess from that perspective, you're on a better track than I am. I don't know. I put Phantom in. Like for me, I was again just going back into thinking about the actual games. I feel like when I see Vinyl play, I'm seeing a lot of good stuff from them. Yeah, so I don't really.
Phantom is like Cloud.
I know Cloud's on.
Kelsey Plum.
Oh, okay. So I can
Ghost
see.
Gang.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I could see why you would pick Vinyl over Phantom then, and yeah, but I don't know. For me, I feel like what I'm seeing from Phantom is pretty good. I think AB is on Phantom, Plum's on Phantom. Those 3 right there, like honestly, what I see from them is actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that pick and roll game. I feel like AB is such a solid like big that she can literally do that pick and roll game with anybody. There's so many people that make it look good, but I feel like when it comes to her, she's making it look good.
Yeah.
everybody else, as long as they pass to her when they should pass it to her, and she can catch pretty much any kind of pass. Like she doesn't look sloppy out there.
Yeah. Her game is definitely improving, and you definitely can see it in these games that she's been going on.
Right. And just for anybody out there, when I say AB, I'm talking about Leah Boston. When she's not playing in Unrivaled in the WNBA, she's playing on the Fever. You heard. All right. So who you got in fourth place?
All right, so this was my boo-boo team that you didn't want to let me change. So the Miss is there.
Okay. So you put the Mist in fourth. I put Vinyl in fourth.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I put Vinyl in fourth, just because, again, looking at the product, although when you look at their record, it's not necessarily reflecting of, in my opinion, how good that team looks, like how solid they actually look.
Yeah.
I think they look pretty solid. You know, when it's Ryan time, it's Ryan time. Like Ryan Howard get out there,
She goes stupid,
and it just it's over. It's lights out.
Oh, but that's one of your teams though, because
that's what BT is.
yeah,
Okay.
Ray.
All right, so we got Ray Burrell, De'Arica Hamby, Ron Howard, Courtney Williams, Brittany Griner, and Erica Willis. So I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty solid team, and their record isn't necessarily reflective of how solid that team is. I think that they really could go dumb together. This is a really solid lineup for real. Courtney Williams with the the mid range, she really has that on lock. E-Will can pretty much shoot from wherever. Rye, like I said, when it's Rye time, it's Rye time. Ray Burrell, she's a big that can stretch the floor. Brittany Griner, same thing. She don't even have to jump when she shoot her threes. It's just easy. And then Hamby, she's just a dog. Come on. That goes without saying for me. So that's for me just makes sense that although their record doesn't necessarily show it, I think that they have great potential to be actual contenders this year. So
yeah.
So I got them in fourth.
Okay. And I went Miss because that's actually where Alicia Gray is. And Lee Yuru has been doing her thing, and I'm like, they gonna pull it together, do what they got to do. So yeah, we'll see.
All right. So in third place, I have the Laces.
Me too.
Okay. I agree on something. We can agree on things. So the Laces, for me, that was a pretty easy choice to have in third. Brittany Sykes, she really
love me some Slim.
she's so fast.
Yeah.
Slim be just just going. Naz Hillman, she was definitely the most improved during the WNBA season. She had some issues originally where she wouldn't shoot the ball, and then her team started telling her yo, just shoot it, and she really was working on her three, and she was laying them things down.
Yeah.
And then Jordan Canada, I've always been a fan of her. She can dribble. I feel like she's extremely saucy. She's very acrobatic. I love that. AT, absolute bully without question. I'm not gonna say that I'm not a huge Maddie fan. It's not so much that I'm not a fan as much as it is, or it's not like I'm not a fan. I don't feel like I know enough about her.
Fair enough, because you definitely was like, who is that? Every time the game came, I don't know who that is.
I kept saying, and every time I was saying that, you would just say her name, so you clearly knew who she was. And then of course Jackie O, I'm a huge fan of Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie be getting in her bag.
Yeah, this team right here, I would not be surprised to actually see them in the playoffs or see them at the championship. I definitely think that this team could end up in the championship for sure.
Yep.
And well, we picked the same team for 3. So
we did.
So no need to argue about that. All right. So I know that this is gonna be where we're off. So I'm just gonna say my final 2, and then you can say yours. So I got Rose at 2, and I got Breeze at 1. Now I know this is not a popular opinion. I know it's not a popular opinion because honestly, just like 8 and 7, I felt like I was kind of back and forth with 1 and 2, but not so much because I feel like Breeze is better than Rose or Rose is better than Breeze. For me, I just felt like it was about me not going for the obvious choice of saying Rose because of the point guard. I really feel like Chelsea Gray is just absolutely disgusting. But here's the deal. When I look at the breakdown of her team and I look at the wins, the wins have been in the mud. And not only have they been in the mud, but it almost felt like the point guard was doing it by herself. She is throwing these amazing passes and then they're not converting. They're not converting. And so then that happens so often to the point where now they end up digging themselves into a hole And then toward the end of the game, now she has to take over and bring them back. So it pretty much all of their wins have been comeback wins. And to me, that is not the best design for a great team. Now, do I think that they might pull off another championship? Absolutely, I think they could. But the question is, how does that happen? Does that happen with
Right.
the whole team, or does that happen with just the point guard being the point guard? That's not, to me, that's not basketball. That's not
Yeah.
that's not like, basketball is a team sport. That's not good basketball. And I feel like when I look at the Breeze, again, while people could argue, oh, but Paige be doing this, Paige be doing that, like, there are other people on that squad that do get involved. And quite often, there's been times where she was having a bad game or a bad quarter where someone else stepped up. That's not what I'm seeing from Rose. I'm not seeing that from the point guard.
Right.
She's not having bad quarters. She might just not necessarily, be going for the shots because she's setting her teammates up.
Right.
But again, when she's doing that, it seems to me that they aren't doing their best, and then she has to step up, and now she has to turn it on and be the dog that she is. That, to me, again, is not the recipe for a championship squad. And even if it is, then it's just the champion really is just Chelsea Gray at that point. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's really what it's giving.
No, you know what? I agree with you 100%. Even though my teams are obviously flipped, and
No,
and you
obviously,
knew
and I
that,
get
but
that.
no,
I get that.
100%. Because God forbid, knock on wood, something happened to her. I don't know that the Rose would be able to hold that spot.
And that's what, so that to me makes it difficult. It's like, if you end up missing Chelsea Gray, like, are you pulling off a win against any of the top
Yeah,
4 teams?
where do you end up landing? Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so yeah, so there you have it. My teams in order from last to first: the Lunar Owls. Sorry, love y'all, hootie hoo all day. Hive, Miss, Phantom, Vinyl, Laces, Rose, Breeze. We didn't really talk about the Breeze. We talked a lot about the Rose. For me, with the Breeze, they're a young team, but they're not just young, they're hungry, and they're not standing for disrespect. She thinks Paige is a crash out.
100%.
I think Paige is just about it. That just is what
100%.
it is. She's not a crash out.
100%.
She's not a crash
Who got the first tag?
She's not a crash
Who
out.
got the first tag?
You know who the crash out is? All of the Lunar Owls.
Hey!
It's literally team crash out. Scott, like, you really can't even, like, that is literally team crash out. Oh, he's gonna cover your faces. Okay. All right, go ahead. Say your piece.
Well, I'm right, he's not. But okay, we're gonna go over my list. So we got Hive at 8, Lunar Owls in 7th place. We have Phantom in 6th. We have Vinyl in 5th, Miss in 4th, Laces in 3rd, Breeze in 2nd. Love Paige though, 'cause she's been killing it. And then the Rose in 1st place. And you know what? It's because I love Chelsea Gray. I met her last year in Unrivaled, and I loved her since. So yes, that is the reason.
I mean, I can find that so hostile about it. It's fine. Like, I get it. Like I said, for me, it was back and forth. It's not like, it's not like they, to me, aren't a team that I think might be in the finals.
Yeah.
I just, again, I think that she's carrying, like, for real. She's got
100%. Like 100%.
And to be fair, I also think that the rest of the team, like, has the capability. I'm not saying that I think that people on her team is trash. Absolutely not. These are professional basketball players. I know that they can definitely step it up.
Yeah.
Just right now, as it stands, that's not what we've seen. That's not what we've witnessed.
Yeah, that's fair. I think she was the only protected player, right?
I don't think that that's true, but we'll get into that in our next segment. All right, guys. So next up, who would you have liked to see on the Lunar Owls from the pool of non-protected players? This is another reveal moment. We won't have any, anything like up on the screen, but we will let you know who we've chosen from the non-protected players that we believe would have better suited the Lunar Owls, because as you can tell, we are both fans of the Lunar Owls. She would probably tell you that she's more of a fan than me, but that's actually not the case. Because honestly, last year, I was actually getting cursed out for all the hootie hoos I was doing. I was in here going crazy OD. But here's the thing about the way the Unrivaled League works. It is not the way a traditional league would work, where every year you come back to the same squad. No, for some reason, they felt it better to do it in a way that really shakes things up a bit. So they do is every year each team gets to protect 2 players. Now they will also remember 2 new teams this year. So they also got to protect 2 players. Although they didn't technically have a team yet, they essentially did a draft and protected those players prior to the season starting. And then they actually was able to all draft from the players that were left. So the player pool that was left is where all the other players come from. But like I said, all teams had 2 protected players. So let's go over what those 2
I thought
players
only
were.
the ones that made it to the playoffs or whatever they
She's
call it had
absolutely
2,
correct.
and
So
everybody else was
I
1.
believe. Okay, so let's start over. Okay, so the way it works was, as far as the teams go, instead of all the players, staying on the same team as the previous year, which would make sense anyway, because not every year do you expect every player that played in the previous year to even come back to the league. So that's the thing. But instead of it being every player comes back to the same team that did play in the previous year, they only get to protect a certain amount of players. The way it worked was 2 players were protected from each team that was in the playoffs, and then it was everyone else got to protect 1 player, which included the 2 new teams. And then after that, they did a draft from the player pool, which was very, very traditional, and I actually did appreciate that. If you guys want to watch that, you can watch it on the Unrivaled YouTube channel. They have like the full blown like draft. All right, so first let's list the protected players. So Rose kept Chelsea Gray and Kalia Kopp. Luna Owls protected Nafisa Collier and Skylar Diggins. Unfortunately, Nafisa Collier is out for the entire season, so she didn't play not a lick of time at all.
At all.
And I believe she was replaced by Rebecca Allen. And then the Laces kept Jackie Young and Alyssa Thomas. Phantom retained Satu Sabali, which I'm pretty sure is not even playing.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember seeing her.
Mm-mm.
So not 100% sure with like how that works. I don't know if she's like hurt or what. Vinyl protected Ryan Howard and De'Erica Hamby. Miss kept Brianna Stewart, and the expansion teams Breeze and Hive, they protected Paige Beckers for Breeze, and Hive they protected Kelsey Mitchell. So those are all the protected players. We will not be naming those players as anyone that we believe should have been on the Luna Owls, because it'd be unrealistic and they really just didn't even have the opportunity. So that's how we're going to do this. Now, that being said, we're going to start with you.
Ooh, you're gonna start with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me who your team is.
So
Why?
with Fee being out, she's out of the mix. Of course, my number 1 pick is Big Mama. So for those of you who do not know, that is Skylar Diggins.
Well, you don't have to pick Skylar Diggins. She was protected.
Fair enough. So then I'm going Jackie Young.
Okay.
AB.
Aaliyah Boston. Okay.
Courtney Williams.
Okay.
Slim.
Okay.
And this last one, I was like really back and forth about. And y'all, you know how I feel about Mabry.
Yeah.
But she's definitely been putting in work. So definitely
So you would keep
Mabry.
her.
Yeah.
So you would keep. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. So my only issue that I have with your squad is that it is extremely guard heavy and you only have 1 big. Like there wouldn't be any time that Aaliyah Boston would really
We'll get a rest.
have a chance to rest. And even if she did, up against all these other teams that have 2 bigs apiece at least, sparse, like that team would struggle.
Well, that makes sense.
But they'd be faster, and Slim is known to not only be faster, but to take it to the rim on people. And then Courtney, she is like disgusting in the mid range. So there's a chance that team could absolutely work, especially in a 3-on-3 setting.
Right.
All right. So I appreciate, the team you put together. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. My team's a lot different. I'm not even going to say a little different. So obviously we already know that Skylar is protected. Fee was protected. However, she was replaced by Rebecca Allen. I would replace her with Dominique Malone. And then I would keep Aaliyah Edwards. I actually personally think Aaliyah Edwards is an absolute dog. Like I feel like she's underrated, and I feel like she gets after it every time. She does not give up on plays. One of the things that I hate the most is laziness. And I constantly feel like I see, some of the ladies out there that don't go after the ball. Like they won't follow up their shot when they know it's off. I'll see the ball kind of sailing out of bounds and nobody goes after it. But there is definitely a handful of people that like I know will get after it, will be on the floor. Like they don't care. They're going to be sore. They're going to be bruised.
Hurt, all that. Yeah.
People like that. That's like Lexi Hall, Kate Martin, Timmy Fag Bingley, like she'll go after it. Like, but but there's just some that they don't go hard. And I would love to believe and even love to say that it's possibly because it's unrivaled and it's not the W, so they're trying to save their bodies. But literally, I see the same thing when they're playing in WM. So I can't say that. But anyway, so yeah, so Aaliyah Edwards, like I said already, Skylar, I would actually keep Timmy. I was not necessarily a fan of them getting rid of her from the Fever. I think that she was an asset, but I was very happy to see her get her flowers and see her be able to play with the expansion team, the Valks. I absolutely love the Valks in the WNBA, so that was lovely. But yeah, so I would definitely keep her. She's definitely again one of those players that would get after it. All right, so yeah, so like I said, so Dom, Aaliyah Edwards, Skylar Diggins, Timmy Fagbinlay. I would actually have Courtney Williams instead of Rachel Banham, and then E Will instead of Marina Mabry. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I struggle when it comes to the crash out thing, and I love Skylar, and I feel like Skylar's the only person that I like. No matter how much she crashes out, I'm always feel like nah, like that's Skylar though, and I actually
You enjoy it. Yeah, you enjoy it.
because I don't necessarily feel like when she does it, it goes too far. And I don't know if I'm just biased because I really like her or not, but like I just feel like so many times I see Mabry crash out and it's like because there's a difference, right? I feel like there's a difference between crashing out and you're just emotional about the game,
Yeah,
and crashing out and coming off violent.
being nasty,
You know
like
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, I feel like when Mabry is crashing out, she's violent.
and disrespect.
And no, because Skylar's disrespectful too. So I'm not going to say that she's not disrespectful. She's definitely disrespectful. But I feel like it's related and relevant, like to the game, and it's not like, oh, I'm trying to fight somebody. I'm trying to hurt somebody,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
that's not what I get from when Skylar's being like that.
That's
Big
fair.
mom.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if honestly, I did not have her on this list until you went over the protected players, and I was like, damn it, no Paige, no Kelsey. But honestly, if I was to think about it, I probably would put Lee Yuru there
for
and replace Mabry. So Big Mama, Lee,
because Lee can shoot from three too.
yeah, AB, Jackie, Courtney, and Slim.
That's a monster team right there. That's a monster team. So yeah, I mean, all right, yeah. I feel like those are some good teams. I would not like be upset at either of our teams. Especially if you actually changed Mabry out for Lee. That being said, I also agree that Mabry has been putting in work. Her shot has been true, and I can't like talent is talent. I could say all I want about her, like on a personal level, but for me, I don't care too much necessarily about that. I care about how that affects the game, though.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like when you have somebody that's violent, that often means extra shot attempts for the other team, extra possessions for the other team. I think there needs to be some level of understanding that like there's a line you don't. And there was that moment in a previous game between her and Courtney Williams that I'm still confused about. Like I don't understand why she wasn't assessed with a technical foul. Like she wrapped her up.
They both got attacked.
Yeah, but then she was the one that actually
That's
shot.
true.
The,
She did. She
foul.
did
Like
get
that's
to
what
shoot.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, is that Courtney Williams ended up with more of a penalty than she did, and that to me didn't make sense. But it is what it is. She is nasty on the court. Her game definitely speaks for itself, but that doesn't mean she ain't gonna speak. That don't mean she ain't gonna tell you like what's up. So it is what it is. I ain't mad at it. All right, serious question. Do you think the Announcer Jinx is real? Like, when someone says she hasn't missed all season and then boom, she misses. Is it a thing or is it just superstition?
It's an absolute thing in all sports. WNBA, NBA, football, every last one of them. Every time. We're like, yeah, he about to get there. And here they go. And then they kick it and that mofo go that way and the goal is right here. Like every time.
He's never missed a kick. He's made 68 straight field goals. And then boing, yoing, 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 yoing.
Absolutely 100% is a thing. And the announcers are starting to realize it.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, just be quiet. I
Don't
don't
say
understand. Like, I
nothing.
don't get it.
You can talk after, like,
I love that, like, one of the announcers, Brendan asked, I want to say Sarah is her name, like, asked her, like, oh, do you think whatever, like, and I
oh, it
forget,
was about
I forget what he
Paige.
said, and then she was like, I'm just gonna be quiet. She's like, I'm just gonna be quiet while she shoot these free throws. That's all we know.
I hope
Like,
you didn't jinx it. And then he's like, said something like, you can say something. She's like,
nope.
no, I'm just be
I'm
quiet.
gonna be quiet.
100%, I think. Absolutely.
So speaking of Paige won 100% and took the free throw competition. She won that $50,000. But if you could rewrite the script, who would you have liked to see win it? I already know the answer to it. You can. It's like, but you, like,
Okay. Honestly, I'm not mad at Paige winning it. But if I had to pick someone else,
yeah, you would pick someone else. That's great. No, it does. Don't say if you had to pick someone else, because she's saying that to try to like make it sound nicer. She would have picked, like, even if she didn't have to pick someone else. If they literally called up right now and was like, "Hey, Michelle, like, we just decided that we were just gonna pick a random fan to choose who we actually wanted to give the 50 grand to, and who we actually wanted to, like, win the competition. Who do you think it should be?" She would say, "Josie Gray."
you don't know me.
Like, if I had to pick with a gun to my head, like, get out of here, bro. Like,
What you not gonna do? Okay.
it's already done.
I would absolutely choose Josie
We already. All right. So who's your pick for the win of the social media competition? What team do you think's gonna win that? Like, who's got the best energy, the wildest
So
pose, just makes you laugh?
be honest, I haven't seen too much of them, which is crazy. My algorithm's changing. I haven't come across a lot. But I really like what team is T and Sanaya on. I like them. Like, specifically their content together, like, love it.
Yeah, for me, it's also the Hive and the Breeze. And I mean, I know that those are the two new teams, like, but they both make me laugh. Like, for real, for real. I think it might have something to do with the fact that that's like the young team too. Because to me, it kind of seems like the vet teams are like just completely locked in. I don't know if they're like not doing content or if they're just, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
fair, because I was gonna say I don't feel like I've seen a lot of like Lunar Owl content and not too much content, but definitely the younger ones. I'm seeing a lot of their content coming through. So
they out
and we know Courtney Williams though, she's not afraid to put out content. Like, I mean, we're talking stud buds. Like, so there I know that she has to have some good content too. I just feel like I haven't
I'm
really
pretty
come
sure the Step
across
Brothers still
much.
doing anything. They're like, oh, you think because we on different teams, we're going.
They're doing content together, so I definitely saw some together. Yeah.
So let's talk Ratchet TV. Is it bad for us? Shows like Baddies or Joslyn's Cabaret, like, are they just fun or are they changing what people dream of? For instance, like, you got folks that would rather be reality TV stars than like doctor or a lawyer or an artist. There's even like real life tragedies connected, where like people are chasing fame and they ended up in danger. For example, you've got the young lady that was ruled an accidental death slash overdose that was found in like an abandoned building or whatever. Like, she was a scholar, like graduated top of her class, all that. Like, I kind of feel like we have kind of gotten into this space where reality TV is just the new fame that everybody's chasing, between that and of course, online and everything like that. So it's like between social media and reality TV. So what do you think? Like,
I think it's bad for us, but it's so good. I think it really depends on your mentality. Like, for us, right? We're in a place where, number one, we understand a lot of this stuff is scripted. It's not real life, guys. It's most of it is scripted. And we're at a place where we're good, we're happy in our lives. So but when you bring in like younger people that are a younger minded, like not as mature mentally, maybe we're getting someone like that's from in the hood and hasn't had anything, and they look at it like fast money, I'll get to be known. Like, that's where the problem comes in, because I don't know that they really distinguish like, this is not the way, but like, shoot, I'm gonna make thousands of dollars, I'm gonna be on TV, I'm gonna be famous, and then that's where things like definitely go bad.
Yeah, to me, it feels like there's definitely a lot of losing sight of the big picture. I'm not always a huge fan of the people like running specific shows. Like, for instance, I'm not a huge fan of Natalie Nunn. I'm not a huge fan of Joslyn Hernandez. It just is what it is. That does change depending on what's going on. And so I can't say that like 100%, right? Because there are definitely times when I'm like, yo, that was dope that she did that. Right? So it's really hard to say because we don't know these people. We know their personas that they show us.
Right.
And I think that there is a fair, a fairness to the fact that not only do we not know them, but there's a reason why we don't know them. There's a reason why they don't show us everything. Because, man, the internet is a difficult place. And people, I mean, we do it all the time. We judge, so people judge you off of, half information, quarter information.
Yeah.
Lie. And so I think that it's fair that they don't show us who they truly are 100%, but at the same time, that is the thing that makes it difficult to like them sometimes because, sometimes they are just being nasty or it comes off like they're just being nasty, but there's like more behind the scenes than
Right.
what we've been told. And I get it. Sometimes it's just not our business, but that does change, I think how they're viewed in my opinion. But my thing is that then that makes it hard for me to feel like it's okay that they are someone's role model, right? But like you said, I find it quite entertaining. I can't get enough. So I'm definitely the one that's like cutting it on and everything. I'm not
what I think I'm at a place where I'm like, my life is at peace. I don't need drama and all that because I literally can turn my TV on, watch it from afar, and then when I'm done, cut it off and go about my business. So yeah, it's definitely bad, but it's good for me. Makes my Sundays better.
You're a fucking weirdo.
All right. Hey guys, this week on Michelle's Cozy Chapters, we are going to be going over another thriller. Okay, so the book's name is That's Not My Name. Okay, so imagine waking up in a ditch in a dark forest on the side of the road with no recollection of how you got there or who you are. That's where the story begins for Megan. So we have a teenage girl with no memory, no ID. She's found on the side of the road, taken to the police department when a man randomly shows up claiming that he's her father. Now, imagine this man coming. He's like, yeah, that's my daughter. We've been looking for her for days. And he has pictures of them together. He has the stories of, what all these pictures were and when they were taken, but yet still feeling like, that doesn't feel like my name. I don't know that I know this man. Well, that's what this book is. Okay. It takes you through a roller coaster. You're like, yeah, I mean, I think she's bugging out. That's not really what's happening. And, like by the time you get to the end of this book, all the truths come out. Like it just shows you that like the person that claims to know you and care for you the most sometimes turns out to actually be the enemy. And of course, I'm not going to tell you, the ending of the book. That's not what we do here. If you want to know, you have to read it. But this is an amnesia thriller where we have a psychological trap and there's a protagonist who's the girl and she is trying to distinguish between what's currently being told to her and put together the pieces of her past and trying to figure out, do these line up? Am I really who you say I am? So every smile from her father feels like a threat. Every recovered fragment of her memory seems like it's a dream. So this book, I gave it a 4.5. I don't feel like I really like the way it dragged me through here, like thinking that I knew what I was talking about and then I didn't know nothing. But yeah, you should definitely give this book a try and then let me know what you think in the comments or, send us a message or, send me a message. And yeah, that's it.
Don't know why I said it like that. That was weird. All right, guys, it's time for Peace and Progress. And this week, I've been thinking about how we measure our lives, time, success, even happiness. We use phrases like not too long ago or maybe next time without really thinking about what they mean. But progress isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or the right milestone. It's about the small stuff, the things you do each day, even if nobody else notices. So if you're feeling stuck or like you haven't made the big leap yet, give yourself credit for just showing up. Take a second to notice something you did this week that moved you forward, no matter how tiny. Maybe you ranked your own teens in life, or maybe you finally said no to something that didn't serve you. That's progress. Here's my challenge for everyone: pick one thing you're putting off for another day and just start. Even if you only give it 5 minutes, you're already winning. Time travel game. Each of us will say a pop culture event, viral moment, or sports highlight, and the other has to guess if it happened the other day within the last year, not too long ago, within the last 3 to 5 years, or way back when, more than 5 years ago. Yo,
Disrespectful. Okay. Disrespectful. Whatever.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Okay. So Michael Jackson's hair gets set on fire.
I'm gonna say that was way back when, because he been dead for a
That
while.
was the Pepsi commercial.
Oh, I didn't even. That's crazy. Beyonce falling on stage. Mouse. Oh, that's it for real.
Where is it?
That's got nails. Yo, that motherfucker sound Billy, dog. Oh yeah, we recorded it. Oh my god, that shit just made all the thoughts leave my head, and I didn't have that made to begin with. Ooh, Janet Jackson
The
coming
Boo.
out. The Super Bowl.
That was
Not too long ago, way back when.
way back when.
Yeah, that's definitely way back.
Yeah.
So what's that, 2-1?
How you got two?
Because I got the first one.
I only went one time.
Oh well, I was giving myself extra points then.
That's crazy.
It was the mouse.
Oh, because you were talking about that Beyonce question. I never even answered it.
Oh, so I was giving you extra.
No, you was cheating. That's what you was doing.
Yeah, so you never answered the Beyonce question. Beyonce falling off the stage.
Way back when.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so now
I
it's
don't even
2-1.
remember what it was.
2 for me. 1
No,
for
for
you.
you.
1 for you.
Quick. Go ahead.
Okay, so this one is a bird landing on the ball during an NFL game.
Not too long ago?
What's not too long ago?
3 to 5 years?
Yeah.
Hell
It was
yeah.
actually in 2024. A small bird landed on the football just before the snap
That's crazy.
and hung on as it was thrown.
That's wild. Okay. The keep my wife's name out your mouth.
That was not too long ago.
Yeah, that was the 2022.
Not too long ago.
I was gonna slap the out of him, man. Oh my god.
I thoroughly remember when that happened, okay?
Bro, I rewind that shit so many times. Like, DVR.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go with. Ooh, we just watched this recently, so you might know. Prince dying.
Ooh. Let's say way back when, because I feel like it was more than 5 years ago.
2016.
Okay. All right. Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Oh God,
You know even where that was at? What
that was on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say way back when.
Yeah, it was 2016. Yeah, look running your butt whoop.
Okay.
All right, guys. So that was snack time. Anyway, it's been a great episode. That's it for this episode of 6-8. Thanks for vibing with us. Don't forget to hit us up with feedback on your own hot takes. The next episode will be here before you know it, so don't miss it. I'm Ja,
And I'm Michelle.
and remember, from the warm up to the buzzer,
Keep your head up and your spirit higher.
see you next time.
Go together.